in 6th grade, the teacher asked us to all go around and say what we want to be when we grow up. And I said, like, an NBA player. And everyone's saying things. There's one guy, he says, I want to be an adult film performer. And he said it so loud and so proud. And everyone's at this awkward age, right? Everyone's going into puberty, and everyone responded so awkwardly. But he said the thing out loud. Every guy's thought about it, right? Because you've done the thing that every man secretly dreamt of doing, right? You've done the thing.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole lot of people online who throw hate at me who pretend like that's not the truth. You know what? And that's why I did it. That was the reason. It was because it was this outrageous goal. Like, I'm from a 3,000 person farming town in rural Western Australia, middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, so isolated from the rest of the world. No opportunity to like dabble into that kind of thing. And I'm like, what's the most outrageous goal I could possibly think of? I'm like, this seems like it. One, it was like, I wonder if I could do it. Like, there's a curiosity aspect to it. I wonder what it's like. Is it as cool as people think? I think it is. Turns out it's not really as cool as people think it is. But it was more like, if I can do that, if I can go from where I was to penetrating that like industry, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like to go from middle of nowhere in Australia to like LA and performing with the biggest companies on the planet. It's just, I like audacious, ridiculous goals. I don't want to.
Was that the first audacious, ridiculous goal you had that you executed on?
No, at that point in my life, that was the main one. I've done some stupid shit before that.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like, I don't want to live a life that everyone else has lived.
Yeah.
When I'm on my deathbed and I'm looking back through my life, I want to just have this list of like, man, that was crazy, that was crazy, that was crazy, that was crazy. Like, there's no one else who's lived a life the way I've lived it.
So, because a lot of guys, like, even for me, when I started my YouTube channel, for a few years, I was paralyzed because I was like, man, kids I grew up with are going to see it. They're like, oh, that's not the real David. He's pretending or something. Or a lot of people can't even approach a girl, right? And for me, that was me as well, because like, I'm afraid of what people around me are going to think.
Right.
How did you get in?
But you can't approach a girl?
Well, no, I've had. Okay, that's something have overcame
I
since.
call bullshit. Sorry.
Hey, 18-year-old David couldn't approach a girl.
Fine.
Okay. Because I was so afraid what other people would think, right? Things have changed since then. My mindset's changed since then. But like, when you were going into the adult film industry, I imagine it at least crossed your head, like, what are other people, what are my family, what are friends, what are people I know going to think about this? Like, what was your mental framework for dealing with that? Because I think a lot of guys don't have that mental framework.
You know what? I honestly didn't give a shit what people thought of it.
How come?
That's what allowed me to do it. I've always been very, very immune to like peer pressure. I kind of prided myself on that. That's why I never did drugs. The town I grew up in, everyone smoked weed. They grew it. Everyone grew their own goddamn weed in the forest.
Yeah.
Like, that's how much weed was being smoked in my hometown.
Yeah.
And I never touched it because I never gave in to peer pressure.
Yeah.
And I kind of prided myself on that.
Yeah.
I would never give in to peer pressure. And the other thing, if someone told me I couldn't do something, I would have to go and prove them wrong. Like, that's a ridiculous. If someone told me, oh, that's a ridiculous goal, you'll never get into the porn industry.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Watch me do it. That just gives me fire to
Did
go and do it.
someone challenge you on that?
I think someone must have at the initial stages. I'm like, or they've given you that kind of condescending
Or
approval.
you mentioned that maybe, well, that's kind of happened with me on YouTube. Like, I mentioned maybe Star was going to do it, and then people were like, no, you're not going to be a YouTuber.
No
bro.
way. Like, that kind of condescending comment, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't say necessarily you can't, but it's like, really? Like, you're in Australia. Like, how are you going to do that? Like, really?
Yeah.
That kind of comment, like,
Yeah.
watch me.
Yeah.
Just watch me. Thank you. That's all I needed. I just needed you to say something like that. That just gave me everything I needed to make sure I accomplished it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's like some, like, lofty moral goal. It was a totally selfish, like, hedonistic, degenerate thing to do. Guilty as charged. But you can't deny the fact it is probably the hardest industry on the planet for a man to get into.
I've seen some interview with, it was a female porn star who mentioned that a lot of times females are on drugs during the shoots. Is that true? Is that not true?
So the girls in LA will party and do cocaine and stuff like on the weekends or outside, like, you know, if they go to a party in the evenings. But on set, no one's doing drugs. The only exception is because weed is legal in California.
Yeah.
Some girls will have like a weed pen.
Yeah.
But even then, they're not technically meant to smoke it on set. They'll have to go off set, like as in outside the house.
Yeah.
to smoke a little bit of weed.
Yeah.
But that is all they really do. Like, no one's drinking. No one's like high on like anything else.
Yeah.
Because we have to like sign like model releases and stuff, and you can't consent if you're like under the influence of stuff.
Oh, interesting.
So like, there's a lot more paperwork and legality involved in the industry than people think.
I heard you talk about this.
Kind of boring like that.
Yeah, I heard you talk about this on Thursday, I think. Yeah.
The secret of the porn industry is that everybody just wants to go home. Everybody's wanting to go home. That's literally
Even you as well.
like, everyone just wants to get the paycheck
Okay.
and leave.
You didn't enjoy it that much, the actual like.
No, I really enjoyed working. There were certain companies I loved working for because their scripts were hilarious. I personally loved the acting part of it.
Okay.
Like, my dad's like a stage actor, like an amateur stage actor back in the day.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I inherited that from that thespian.
So you enjoy the first 5 minutes everyone skips past.
Yeah.
You enjoy that part.
I love that bit, and that makes me cry. And people just skip through that. I'm like, man, you don't realize we spent like 2/3 of the day on that 5 minutes that you skip through, motherfucker. Like, the bit you don't skip through is like 1/3 of the entire day. We spent all this time on like the setup and the plot, and I'm like getting into the script and I'm formulating my character, and you just click skip. Like,
People, let's see, like the thumbnail at the bottom gets to the right spot. Yeah.
yeah, it sucks.
Interesting.
But I like playing a bad guy. There were certain companies I used to shoot for. I'd always play like the creepy uncle or like blackmailing boss or something like that. And I just really, because I'm not a bad guy, I like to consider myself like a pretty nice guy. And so I enjoyed being able to experiment and play around with those characters and see, okay, what is it like to be an asshole? What is it like to be like psychopathic? What is it like to be a bad guy? What is it like to indulge in this side of the human psyche? I thoroughly enjoyed.
You enjoyed that more than the sex?
Yep, way more.
Okay.
Yeah, it was way more interesting for me. And just shooting really stupid, funny shit.
Yeah.
Where like those are the best days when you're on set and you're just laughing all day at the script, and like you and her are laughing, the director's laughing, his assistants, like everyone's just cracking up, cackling. Because you all know how stupid this sounds. You know, and then the final product, someone is going to whip their dick out to it. Just what?
Well, so I heard you say on Thurston, there's like 3 categories of girls, right? There's one like that you get a set, there's the chemistry there. I think you said the second one, like they're professionals, so they turn it on when the moment needs to be there. And the third one, they're maybe just like divas, and it's just like kind of annoying working with them.
That's basically it, yeah.
Now, let's throw away like the last category, whatever. I get that could just be annoying. But for like the other 2, how do you compare that sex to like good sex not being filmed? Just like regular.
Yeah. The thing about being filmed and like having a director there is it's kind of like you have to have sex for the camera and the viewer and for the director. You're not having sex for yourself in a way. And so it takes away like, all the fun and the pleasure from it. When you have chemistry with someone on set, it's amazing because it keeps that spark there that you would not normally naturally have in your private life. And it takes away from the fact that you've got a guy there being like, you know, open up, turn this way, turn that way, the light's over here, camera's over here, like move this way. We need this shot, we need this key shot, this key shot.
Is there a lot of pausing? Like, is there Okay.
At least the first time you work with the director.
Yeah.
First time you work with the guy, you have to like learn like what kind of shots he wants, how he lights the scene. You have to understand the script you're working with because there's certain positions they want to see. There's a lot more kind of scripting to it than people realize.
Yeah.
So, but once I know how he shoots and what he likes to see, cool. Now we have kind of rapport. The next time it's way easier. And then the time after that, it's flawless. Then he won't stop me at all.
Okay.
The first time, there's going to be lots of stopping and starting and directing.
You know what to be aware of after that. Like the camera's over here, so maybe I need to position things a little more this way or vice versa.
Yeah, because every director kind of has their own style and they shoot a little bit differently. So, but my goal basically is to give him what he wants. Like I'm solving a problem for him. That's the way I looked at it. So I want to provide him with as smooth a day as possible. So the less he has to stop me and give me directions, the happier he's going to be. Happier I'm going to be. The job's it's easier for me if he doesn't stop me. Everyone's happy. We get home quicker. The scene gets shot easier. No stopping. Everyone wins.
Are you still friends with the new one from the industry?
Yeah, I stay in touch with a couple of the guys. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit of a shame because a lot of the industry is very, very woke. Like
just because it's in LA.
Like my kind of worldviews.
The actors, the directors, everyone kind of buys into that.
99% of the actors, yes, and there's a handful of the directors that aren't.
Okay.
They're kind of more like you could say like right leaning.
Yeah.
If I could snap my fingers and change something, I would snap my fingers and I'd get rid of internet pornography. Would I get rid of pornography entirely? Maybe I'm not there yet.
It does serve some purpose. Maybe not in its current huge, insane form and like the reality of it. But in the old, like I agree, in the old form that it was in, it served a purpose that maybe wasn't an unhealthy one.
You know what? I think the purpose that it serves is that, and this might be a bit of a controversial opinion, I think it saves marriages.
Are you saying it saves like bad marriages?
Yeah.
Okay.
It saves marriages where the guy is thinking about cheating. Because instead of cheating, he's going to fap.